Appreciate y'all being here. Nice, cool morning. Um, we're excited. It's time to play somebody else. We got a lot of question marks going into this game, but that's why you got to play a game. But I'm excited about this group. I'm excited about the way they work. They try to get better every day. It's probably been the most physical camp that we've ever had. We've had some bumps and bruises, but we've got through it pretty well. And we're excited about getting a chance to play somebody else and see how we can play. You know, our thought has been back since January is getting back to play to our standards, and really, you know, we're playing a team that's got some talent, very multiple on defense. Second team All-American. They've got a quarterback they're trying to get eligible that started last year at North Texas. They've got some weapons, but really the focus is not about them. It's about us and playing to our standard, and that's what we're trying to get accomplished on Thursday. To this point, every time we've taken the field, it seems like these guys are excited about practicing and playing, and hopefully that'll happen again on Thursday night. So that's where we are, and I'll take any questions about positions or anything we got.
Coach, you brought in the new coordinator in the spring. You've seen the intensity from him in this camp. What do you expect from his leadership?
I think Coach Riley Jackson's done a great job. We haven't had a lot of time, you know, when he came in the spring. I think he had 3 days and we started practice with Coach Goethe leaving and going to Louisiana Tech, but felt like we had a really good spring. It is a different system. It's a 4-2-5 where we've been a 3-3 stack team for our first 3 years here. I like it. I like the physicality that they bring on defense. I like the fact that we have to block against that because that's what makes you better, and offensively, and it's made our whole team better. So I'm excited about seeing those guys play Thursday night and going through a game with Coach Jackson, you know, on our sideline.
Last week turned out to be a very hot week. Let's talk about how the players kind of got acclimated to the heat.
Well, that's a big question mark going in, and I'm glad we play at night. I feel like we're in pretty good condition, but our camp, the way it fell with afternoon rain showers, we had to go in the mornings this year. We used to go in the afternoons, and we dodged a lot of heat, and that was good. But last week when that heat broke out, I felt like we wilted a little bit, and very hot. It's going to be very hot again today. But I felt like they came back and handled it yesterday pretty well. Of course, they had a couple days off, get their legs back under them, but that's a concern always going into the first game. You know, the way our school fell this year, we got more practice time before classes started, but we don't get as much time before we play a game. So, you know, normally we've had at least 3.5 weeks. This year we started practice and 3 weeks we're playing a game. So I'm a little concerned about it, just to be honest with you. But both teams got to come in and deal with it. But that's the problem with Division II football right now. Is you're asked to get guys. You don't have the money to keep them here all summer like you want to, and then you don't get as much practice time. So if a guy comes back out of shape, you've got a real issue with him being able to go in and play quality reps for you in the first game. He's just not ready to do that physically yet. Great question. That's a way to start the year off right there.
Do the people that are out of town that are not here locally, that are accessible to the weight room, do they have their own workout program that they're supposed to be doing to stay in shape?
Yes.
To be prepared for when they return?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we give out. We've actually got it on Huddle as well as through email. We have a system, but it's not the same as being here because they changed the rule, and our strength coaches, even though it's voluntary, our strength coaches can actually run the weight room and actually instruct and not just monitor. So that was good. So the guys that were here, and like I said, we had 82 guys here in July for 3 weeks, which was great. And then we had 30 guys that were here all summer long, did what they were supposed to do. So those guys are in shape and ready to play. But you just worry about some of those guys. But this has probably been, since I've been here, the best condition that we've ever come into here. What we needed was a few more hot mornings to really, and I'd feel a lot better about everything, you know. But luckily we play at 6 o'clock Thursday night. I mean, it'll be warm, but not as warm as it is at 2 or 3.
We see
that area where the team's been progressing with the loss of so many.
Yeah, great question. We lost, I think, our top 6 receivers a year ago to graduation, and you know, I feel really good about this group. It's an older group. You know, Kayshawn Evans is back as a senior. Casey Osborne is back on our football team. He's had an unbelievable camp, had a great summer, was here all summer. So there's 2 seniors right there. Josh Pinkston is still playing. He's going to do some good things, we hope. And then we got from right up the road in Charleston, Cameron Myers transferred in from Georgia State, who we think is a very good football player. And we're excited. We got 10 guys dressing at the receiver position for this game. You know, when we go on the road, it'll have to be whittled down to 8, but we got 10 for this one, and we expect them all to play and play well. But I'm excited about that group. Alex Pena-Roden is a young man that we brought in January. What everybody understand, these guys are new and they've never played a game for us, but a lot of them have been here since January, so I don't look at them as they're newcomers. I mean, they're returners. They went through spring ball. They understand how we go about things, and that group's really progressed well.
You know, Coach, the way last year ended up for you, not the way you would like this one.
Yes, sir.
The second half of the season. But do you close the book on that, or does that just kind of fire you up to get this first game underway, knowing that
Right.
what happened last year,
Right.
that's going to be the fuel to our fire, especially maybe starting off this first
No doubt. I think it's served as a we've used it as teachable. We obviously don't ever want to go through that again. If it could have happened, it happened last year, one of those deals. But I think that we could have prevented a lot of it, and we didn't do a good job preparing, starting back in January. I can remember last spring, coming off a conference championship, a team that I felt like could have won a national championship. I felt like going into that spring, we had a lot of things coming back, but there was little cracks here and there. You could see things that weren't really running the way I wanted it done. And just the preparation was not there from that group like it is from this group. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe we'll come out and we won't play well Thursday night. I mean, I feel like we're going to. I feel like we're going to play hard. But the way this group prepares is a complete 180 from last year's football team. And I think a lot of those guys know, because a lot of those guys played on last year's team, they know that they don't want to go through that ever again. So it's been a good thing for us teaching-wise.
Or is any injuries, anybody going to be out Thursday due to injury?
Yeah. Well, you know, the one thing I'm a little that we're all concerned about is the quarterback position, for a couple of reasons. Tyler Sullivan's back; he's healthy, he's fine, and all that. You know, Tyler Kitchens had shoulder surgery in the off season, has tried to fight back. His arm's still giving him some problems. He knows our offense. Okay, we had a young man named Colin Willis. We have a young man, I should say, named Colin Willis, that was injured in our first scrimmage Sunday, kind of a freak accident, and he's out. And then we got a young man that just got to our campus about a week ago named Jay Burgess, who we're still trying to wait to see if he's going to be declared eligible by the NCAA. So a little concerned about the depth of that position. And also Vince Serrata is injured right now and will not be kicking for the first time since I've been here on Thursday night. So that's going to be a little different. You know, Vince is not going to dress out for this one. He's got a pretty bad groin injury that happened before camp, and it's pretty serious. And we're going to bring him back when he's ready to come back. And he's working hard to get it rehabbed. So those are 2 positions right there that I'm a little worried about the depth right offhand. You know, and we're a little banged up at free safety, but I feel like those guys are going to be fine and going to play. But I am a little concerned about those 2 positions.
Looking ahead to Kentucky Wesleyan, they threw the ball quite a bit last season. You mentioned they're going to have a new quarterback. So how well does your offense prepare your defense for facing an aerial attack?
Well, I think we challenge them every day. I think we've proven we can throw it a little bit around here, and throw it and catch it. So I think they've seen some good stuff, and it's been tough at times to throw the ball against our defense. So that ought to be a pretty good matchup to see. You know, I'm hoping where I feel like we've improved the most is both sides of the line, and I think that affects anything you do offensively or defensively when you can control the line of scrimmage, and that's one of our, you know, keys to success. I think Thursday night is trying to control up front both sides of the ball.
You mentioned the play up front. We've seen some guys stand out on both sides in the lines. Talk about some of the standouts so far on the O line and on the D line.
Well, we got a big O line right now, and I think they're playing extremely well. You know, but they hadn't played a game together yet. You know, you got Jesse Smithson, who's been a 3-year starter, I believe, Matt. He's moved back down to center. So that's going to be a transition that I think he's handled really well through the spring and fall camp. R.J. Hulse is back at guard. DeKendrick Johnson's back from a year ago. And then we got 2 new tackles, which are very, very talented young men, and George Roberts at left tackle and Derek McClellan at right tackle. Defensive line-wise, I think the biggest difference in our football team this year, years past, is just the overall depth. We've got a lot of guys, and we're going to be playing without one of them, DeMarcus Glover, who will be out for this game as well. We'll be ready to get him back hopefully week 2. But I think we're going to dress out 11 D linemen for this game, and I think all of them will see reps. We're going to see four true freshmen are going to get on the field Thursday. We've got 4 true freshmen that are going to play. Talented freshman class, and so we're excited about seeing those guys as well. And that's at different positions, but we've got a true freshman going to play a lot at defensive end for us, Cole Baker.